All right, so today we have a clip here of Anderson Cooper from CNN addressing Tucker Carlson's investigation and airing a very selective January 6th footage on his program. Here's the clip.
The idea of Tucker Carlson being in that mob that day and not wetting his pants is hard to imagine. I find it hard to understand somebody who has never put himself in harm's way in any capacity for anyone else,
100%.
or on reporting a story, and yet has the audacity to try to rewrite history. That's what this is. It is an attempt to rewrite history on what is one of the most consequential, certainly one of the biggest events in American democracy and the biggest threats to American democracy.
I agree.
And Anderson, I agree with that 100%. Tucker Carlson got on his show, guys, and said that the police officer who was straight up murdered by violent insurrectionists, he got hit in the head with a fire extinguisher, beaten to death, had suffered 2 strokes and died. According to Tucker Carlson, he didn't die from being beat to death. There's footage of him walking around. He apparently he was able to walk around at some point on January 6th, so that makes it so that he didn't die. He just happened to suffer 2 strokes the day after he was violently attacked by a mob of insurrectionists, and then he just died. It had no connection with him literally being brutally beaten, hit in the head with fire extinguishers. That had nothing to do with it. Tucker is also trying to actually, I'm being serious, guys, push a narrative that January 6th was overwhelmingly peaceful, with maybe a small handful of people that were actually there to do some damage. This is really what he's saying on his show. This is what he's been saying for the past 2 days on his show, that January 6th was overwhelmingly peaceful. But coverage, something that Fox News has not covered, because I checked, they have not covered this. They're not going to cover this because it would make their entire goddamn coverage, their entire narrative fall apart like a little tiny Lego set that I left on the floor and let my dad step on when I was 6. Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger has literally came out. He wrote this letter. To his police department. He is the Capitol Police Chief. He literally said that it was not mostly peaceful. And he said the program conveniently cherry-picked from the calmer moments of 41,000 hours of video. The commentary fails to provide context about the chaos and violence. Okay? Chaos and violence that happened before or during these less tense moments. And something else that I want to make note of. What happened to backing the blue, guys? Conservatives, Republicans, fucking whatever you want to call yourselves. Where the fuck are you at? I thought that we backed the blue unabashedly. I thought that we were pro-law enforcement. I thought that we were Blue Lives Matter, baby, all the way. Where the fuck is that at? Where the fuck's that rhetoric from Tucker Carlson? Where is that shit from these Republicans? You don't hear that shit because they're fucking dumb and they want to believe lies. And Tucker Carlson perpetuates a narrative of lies. He even admitted in the Dominion lawsuit that he knows he's lying. He's scared of Trump and his own audience. That's how much of a bitch Tucker Carlson is. And guys, I'm not like praising corporate media, it's CNN, but thank God that Anderson Cooper at least has the balls to at least say this for 30 seconds on his show to his viewers, because this is something that needs to be said. Tucker's a little bitch. He's a pussy, and he's also just a straight up liar. Anderson Cooper was 100% right with every single point that he made, and all you guys have to do is look at the actual facts and evidence. That's not Fox fucking News. Anything but Fox News, OAN, Newsmax, anything that is not pure conservative media, and I know that probably sounds a bit extreme. You're saying, oh, well, you just hate all conservative media. You think the liberal media doesn't lie. Yeah, I know. The liberal media lies. CNN, they lie. MSNBC, they lie. They all fucking lie. They're all terrible. But the conservative media is literally trying to, again, like Anderson Cooper said, rewrite history, rewrite what happened, a violent insurrection. People tried to overthrow our government. This is something that happens in other countries and actually succeeds. Most of the time it's a military coup, but still, they actually tried to overthrow our government, again, based on a election fraud lie this shit's bananas. Our country's bananas. Everyone in it is just so radicalized to the point that we don't have brains anymore. They all fell out our asses. I don't know.
I mean, Tucker Carlson is, by his own admission, an entertainer, not a journalist.
Get him, baby! Yes! That's the perfect fucking take. I can't remember this guy's name. That's on me, but this is one of the Capitol police officers who was there during the fucking riot. Goddamn fucking right. He's a fucking entertainer. He is not a news host. He's not a fucking journalist. That is goddamn fucking right. Yes. Fucking yes. Great take. Fuck yeah.
And on top of that, he's just proven himself to be Donald Trump's chief propagandist.
Fucking kill him, bro. Oh my God. This is coming from a cop. This is a cop saying that Tucker Carlson is Donald Trump's main bitch. I mean, he just said it on air, straight up. Let's go. Why are they not covering this? Fox News better play this clip tonight. If Tucker does not address this clip, I will not do anything. I will move on with my life.
And that's all this was. And I think that, most Americans recognize that way before this segment aired, that this was propaganda, and it was an attempt by Tucker Carlson to downplay and whitewash the events of January 6th.
Incredible take from, again, this police officer that I can't remember the name of, and it's totally on me, but I wish that more Americans, at least the people around me, thought that what Tucker Carlson is doing right now is the lamest, shittiest, worst attempt at trying to just straight up do, again, GOP propaganda for Donald Trump. Attempt to whitewash, literally lie about what happened on January 6th. He's trying to make the case that Ashley Babbitt, the protester who was climbing over people and trying to breach part of the Capitol that was literally being held down by people that had their guns pointed at the people that were trying to get in. They had their guns drawn and ready. She jumps over the thing, gets shot, she died, and Tucker Carlson is trying to make the argument that she shouldn't have died, and the police officer who was straight up murdered, he was murdered for doing his job. He got fucking murdered. The police officer who was murdered, he actually didn't get murdered, and that's not real. And he just randomly happened to have 2 strokes the day after he was violently beat by hundreds of people. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it, guys? When you say it out loud, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? It makes perfect sense to me. That's why I love Tucker Carlson. I'm just kidding. If if you guys want to see more content like this, hit the like button. It helps me out so much. Hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell. Turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.